It's Shawn Lamb here for Streaming Media Producer at NAB 2019. I'm here with Mike from Magewell, and we'll be talking today about their NDI devices. Now you've got two devices here, so one's an encoder, one's a decoder.
Correct.
Walk us through these.
So the ProConvert family, the big thing that we were trying to achieve was to let people easily bring and reliably bring SDI and HDMI signals into the IP-based workflows. One thing that we found, so many production professionals want to take advantage of the flexibility of IP and the reduced cost deployment, or reduced cost of deployment, I should say. But they have existing equipment investments, and not everybody wants to go out and replace their SDI camera with one that has a network jack on the back right now. So we really found a lot of people that wanted to be able to bring those signals in to make the whole workflow practical and affordable. We started with the encoders, with the ProConvert Plus series that we announced a couple of months ago. And those are available in 4K and HD models, and they take your existing baseband signals and convert them into NDI streams with extremely low latency.
And this is over gigabit Ethernet as part of the NDI
overall
protocol.
Exactly. So you hook these up, and obviously however many sources you have, you can be converting them to NDI streams with low latency.
Okay.
If you're doing a live production workflow, they're camera mountable. They also have tally lights and PTZ camera control, so everything you need to make it a full-fledged camera accessory.
Okay.
And they're plug and play. So you just plug it in, it automatically detects the input format and network configuration, and off you go.
Now there are different versions of NDI, so which versions do these support?
So we started with the 3.x variants of NDI right off the bat, and we do all the way up to the full bandwidth, so for maximum quality. And obviously at this show they've announced NDI 4.0, so that's something we'll be looking at adding in as well. These are hardware devices, quote unquote, but they're all FPGA based, so we have the flexibility of loading new firmware on and adapting easily as the technology continues to evolve. Excellent,
all right, and they have the decoder here as well that pairs with the encoder.
Yeah, well, you can pair it with the encoder or not necessarily, because there are a lot of devices out there in the NDI ecosystem. What we're finding is a lot of people will take the encoder, use it to bring these camera sources in, and they might land on a TriCaster eventually or another NDI device. Conversely, you could pair this with the decoder, or the decoder could take any NDI stream that's on the network, decode it so you could hook it up to a bunch of monitors, video walls, iMag in a church, things like that, because that's what you're not seeing yet. You don't yet see a network jack on the back of a monitor or a large display that's actually NDI compatible. So this really completes the chain. Yeah. And as you said, just pair them together and you could be transporting video, audio, and power over one cable. That's another option.
Now you also have some software too that works on computers so that you can incorporate these devices into that type of a workflow. Walk us through that.
Well, there's a couple of different things. First of all, you can take the Magewell Bridge software, which you don't even need one of these hardware NDI devices, because it can work with any of our capture devices and automatically decode or encode the NDI streams to go along in the network. But if you don't want to be doing it with the computer, you can actually be using these devices. As much as they're plug and play, there is a web-based interface as well that you can get at it. They have advanced functionality, FPGA-based video processing, scaling, things like that. So you can actually be controlling them fully over the network, or even, as I said, controlling PTZ cameras through the same interface as part of a full NDI end-to-end workflow.
Fantastic. Do you have price points on these items here?
There's a full range of pricing on them, anywhere from $495 and up, depending on your input interfaces, whether you want 4K or HD. And actually, we're about to introduce some lower end models, so we say, that bring it down. So, for example, this has loop-through interfaces on it, but we're going to be introducing some lower cost stuff as well to bring it even down, to make it even more accessible for people that don't need all the extra bells and whistles.
All right, thank you very much, Mike.
All right, thanks, Shawn.
This has been Shawn Lamb for Streaming Media Producer at NAB 2019.